Good morning, welcome back to Meditations on Mastery with Shihan. This morning I want to talk about what I believe to be one of the most important elements of all successful people, and that's focus. Short of some major character flaw, whether that be an ethical character flaw or whether it be something as simple as laziness. Short of that, I honestly have come to believe that focus is the thing that keeps us from our chief and dominant aim. And I mean this in the life of young people and old people. I mean this in my life and in your life. So I think that focus is something we need to put some focus on. Focus is the ability to block out distractions and concentrate on what's important. And you know, it's funny because it's a definition that we throw all the time in classes. We teach the kids, we take it for granted. We all know it's true. It's another one of these truths that's simple, not easy. So I've given myself a little mind map here to make sure that I cover all of the important elements of focus that were part of this meditation, and I think that are applicable to you and I doing better today than we normally do. First of all, we say that focus is the ability to block out distractions and concentrate on what's important. But I think maybe one of the challenges is understanding what distractions are. There's some distractions that are obvious, right? You know, your Facebook dinging and all these things that everybody knows a distraction, or you know, sometimes it's even a friend, and it might be somebody you want to talk to, but at that moment they're a distraction. Because in reality, everything that takes you away from what you're supposed to be doing at that moment in time is a distraction. I think this is one of the misunderstandings. We think of distractions as only negative things or only quadrant 4 things. Quadrant 4 means time wasters. But I would venture to say that even some quadrant 2 things. Quadrant 2 things are those things which are not urgent but are important. That it's the quadrant of planning and leadership. So it's good stuff, right? But if it's not what I should be focusing on today, it's still a distraction. Which brings me to number 3, which is the here and now. So what I've come to realize is that we have to focus where we're at both in the timeline and geographically. In other words, when we're at work, we need to focus on work and our work objectives. And when we're at home, we need to focus on home and our home objectives. And we need to focus on specifically those goals and objectives that we have told ourselves that we need to accomplish that day. We don't need to look at the big picture. I fully believe in the power of the BHAG. That's a big, hairy, audacious goal. And I have my big, hairy, audacious goal from 2014 to 2015. But I have found that if I focus ahead to tasks that I'm not at yet, that it distracts me from what I should be accomplishing today. I found the same in my team and my students and my friends and my family, and so that's why I'm sharing it with you today. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing right now, today. And then the final thing is what's next. Even within that definition, in other words, it's important that you have your planning system. My friend in Black Belt Data is here with me today, and we spent this morning, he was showing me his computer planning system. I was showing him my Franklin Covey paper planning system. And by the way, I'm working on maybe moving out of the world of paper. But the reason that I'm there and using this big Franklin Covey planner is that I'm able to take all my tasks, put them, and then prioritize them. And they're prioritized by A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And it sounds so silly, but it so works. In other words, my A1 today was making this video, just because I knock it out every morning. And then it's A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. I hardly ever get to my B's, but I'm working on that too. So the point is, eliminate the distractions, focus on the here and now, and then even within the here and now, have a plan for your day, because if not, you know this. I'm going to close you with this. You've had this experience. You work your 8 to 10 hour day. Yet you've really been focusing on a lot of things all day, trying to make things accomplished, and you go home feeling frustrated and exhausted because you've worked and worked, and the things that were your most important goals did not get done. Today, focus.